Do you want to know how to make these? You'd be surprised how easy some of them are to cook. I challenged Chef Jeffrey to come up with his best 3 game day snacks. And I'm going to make my best 3 game day snacks, and we'll see which ones you like best. I'm going for easy and delicious, in that order. Here's my first one. This is definitely in the easy category, but it's also tasty. All you need for this is frozen meatballs, a crock pot, and some barbecue sauce. All right. Put the meatballs in the crock pot, and then put in the barbecue sauce. You can try different types of sauces with those meatballs too. Plug it in. I'm gonna set it on high for maybe an hour, and then I'll turn it to low. The game starts in about an hour and a half, so I wanna make sure they're ready by then. You also wanna stir them once in a while. You have to admit, it doesn't get much easier than that. Chef Jeffrey, what do you have for your first entry?
Here we go. We got my Dutch grandmother's adorable little crock pot, 3 cans of baked beans, 2 packs of little smokies. Put the lid on, tuck it aside, stir it a couple times over the next couple hours.
I gotta admit, that looks just about as easy as what I just did, but your little smokies have given me an idea. I don't know if I can beat that, but here's my next attempt. Bacon-wrapped little smokies. This one's a little bit more effort, but they're delicious, especially if you're after your protein. We're gonna start by rinsing off the smokies and pad them dry on a paper towel. And then we'll wrap them in bacon. I'm gonna cut this in thirds. Now we'll put these in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes on 350. They're going. Smell of bacon, nice. While those are cooking, let's see what Chef Jeffrey has for his second choice.
All right, number 2. It's gonna be super easy. However, you'll first need to make caramelized onions, brown gravy mix, onion powder, sour cream, and the spice blend that we use here in the restaurant. Pay attention here for proportions. When we're done, if you like a stronger French onion dip or a lighter one, you can adjust accordingly. 4 cups sour cream. 1 cup. I'm just going to use it as a reference. I'm not going to fill it up. Onion powder, it's going to be about 1/3 of a cup. Brown gravy mix, also be about 1/3 of a cup. For seasoning, so this is just garlic powder, paprika, chili powder, salt, pepper. Do about 1/4 cup. Caramelized onions, I'm going to use 2 cups. You got whatever chips you want. Beautiful. Better than any boxed French onion dip.
Wow, that looks pretty good. Now poke all these with a toothpick and get them ready to transfer to a serving plate. You see that? My third choice is nachos. Now this is not necessarily as easy, but it's delicious. Let me show you. I start by browning ground beef with taco seasoning, stir it up so it browns all around, and I'm gonna add more. If you're watching this and you think, that's too much work, or I don't know how to do that, or I've never done it, so I don't dare try, you've gotta give it a try. This is not that hard. You take a frying pan over medium heat, put some ground beef in it, and stir it up. This is extra lean ground beef, so I'm not getting a lot of fat in it. I think it's looking pretty good. Take tortilla chips, make a layer, spread our seasoned taco meat on top, grated cheese. We can plate up our salsa and our sour cream for our nachos. When everything else is ready to serve, I'm gonna stick this in the microwave 40 seconds. Let's see how our nachos look. Some of that cheese hasn't melted all the way. I'm gonna give them another 15 seconds. We're gonna call that good.
All right, here we go. Last but not least, number 3, my Mother's famous Mexican dish. We got refried beans, taco seasoning, Monterey Jack, Vermont sharp cheese, any kind of sharp cheese will do, bell pepper, onion, tomato. Work backwards here at the top, finely dice some veggie. Fresh veggies and great, just gonna add a little bit of salt and a little taco seasoning. Just gonna shred our cheeses. Get whatever chips you want.
I think I'm gonna throw together a pan of pigs in a blanket to go with our snacks here. Rinsed off some more little smokies. Usually when I'm making pigs in a blanket, we'll do a whole hot dog and we get stuff like that Pillsbury croissant dough and wrap it around with that. I'm trying to up the game a little bit, and I let some Rhodes Rolls dough rise. I'm gonna take one of these out and I'm gonna try that. Roll it up and pinch it off. Maybe I ought to spray that. I'm getting about 2.5 per roll. It probably depends on how much blanket I want to be on the pig. These are actually beef, so they're really cows in a blanket. This is gonna be good. Now we'll put our pigs in a blanket in the oven for about 15 minutes. Timer went off. Let's see how our pigs in a blanket are looking. I'm gonna leave them in for another minute. But the extra rolls I'm taking out, we're gonna put you guys on there. Now you've got an idea of snacks that you can make for game night or movie night or any night. Put in the comments who you think did the best with the snacks and which ones you'd like to make. I hope you have the opportunity to have fun with food and your friends as you're growing up. Developing friendships and social skills are some of the actions on the Map to Manhood. If you're growing up and your dad hasn't been involved in your life, then make sure you download the Map to Manhood. It's a free guide that will help you learn some of the lessons that you're at most risk of not getting if you've grown up without an involved dad. If you want to learn about cooking on a propane grill, make sure you watch this video here. Now let's go enjoy these snacks on game day, but always remember, you got a dad that loves you, and I'll see you on the next video.